My name is Laura Rao. I'm the director of the Civic and Community Engagement Office. We are an office on campus that supports students who are interested in doing community engagement and also students in service learning classes. We're in South Wing now, South Wing 130. And just this past summer, actually our office name changed from what used to be the Volunteer and Service Learning Center, and now we're called the Civic and Community Engagement Office. The name changed as a result of a committee last year that put together some plans and processes, actually a 5-year action plan for civic engagement efforts. So part of the year-long activity that went into that plan was really what is the mission of the institution, not just of the office that we had been, but what is the institution trying to do for students in terms of the education that you receive and the way in which you can understand the civic capacity that everyone has. And so that committee really played around with the language of what we call all of this and realized that volunteering is really important. It's one component of being an active citizen. Service learning is a huge component of what our office does to support students, but there's other ways in which students can get involved. So really where we're going in the next 5 years is recognizing that there's a lot of opportunities to engage students in community, and it's not just about doing volunteer work, but really about that understanding that we are active citizens and we are members of society. Students can get involved in a variety of ways through any one of our programs. So alternative break that I mentioned, hopefully some students maybe in the class participated in Bengals Dare to Care Day back in September, or you saw information about it. So Bengals Dare to Care Day is a campus-wide, one-day community service effort sponsored by the college president and organized by this office. We had 800 students, faculty, and staff volunteering just on that one day alone. So we see it as an opportunity to take a step towards community service. We plan everything for you, and then all students have to do is show up and participate, and they get a great lunch after a busy morning of volunteering. But there's lots of other ways. We're in fact organizing a student leadership board for civic engagement in the spring semester, and the applications for that board are opening up later this week, and we'll take applications until early in the spring semester for students who really are looking to gain some leadership experience, who have experience volunteering, getting involved in issues that they care about, and then are looking to kind of take that next step and lead other students in organizing activities or helping the office organize efforts to engage other students and increase awareness. So a service learning class is a component of the curriculum, involves students in the community. So it's a way for students to apply what they're learning in the classroom to a real world community-based learning experience. This semester there's over 1,600 students doing service learning in about 75 different service learning courses. So just about every major on campus has an opportunity for students to apply what they're learning in the classroom to address community issues. Service learning classes are all in Banner, so if this is a method that students are interested in, there's a designation for service learning courses. You can search for that by major. You can look at our website to find the list of courses for the upcoming semester before you register, so that if you are a person who really likes hands-on learning rather than a traditional classroom environment, you can search for and register for a service learning class as well. There's a lot of benefits to it. In fact, we do a lot of assessment of Buffalo State students. There's also a lot of research about the impacts of community engaged learning. Here at Buffalo State, we also survey students at the end of every semester about their service learning experience, and they tell us about the impacts that it's had. A lot of skills-based things, so things that employers are looking for when students graduate are the things that students tell us that they've gained. So everything from communication skills to public speaking to interpersonal and teamwork skills. It really depends on the project that students are doing, obviously. If it's a PR campaign for an organization, they're developing PR materials. Obviously, those are going to be different skills than if they're teaching a dance class. So it depends on what the course is, what the learning is intended to be, and then what the experience is in terms of how students benefit from participating in it. The other piece of it, in addition to the academic components and benefits that we aim to develop for students, is that understanding that we all have a role to play in our community and in our society, and that really every individual has something that you care about, that students care about. So identifying, as I said before, kind of what that issue is, whether it's poverty or hunger or education, senior citizens, what's going on in the community and what inequity do you care about, and then how can you work towards making change around that issue over time. Alternative Break is a program that we have supported for about 7 years, and we have a student leadership team that plans and runs the entire program. And essentially, the student leadership team identifies social issues that they care about and then plans a trip around those. So upcoming in December, there's 2 trips. One is going to Washington, D.C., where students are looking at poverty and hunger. And so the student leaders, there's 2 student leaders for that trip who have identified lots of different places that they can volunteer throughout the week. And then they identify a place that they're staying, they plan the menu with the participants, and then they travel as a group for a week. And during the day, they're doing volunteer work related to that social issue. In the evening, we're having discussions and we're cooking and we're playing games and hanging out. It's a great way to meet people. It's a great way to get involved in an issue that you care about and give back.